catches them kind of getting lost a little bit there. Just you as the playmaker, what kind of things are you looking to get him involved, especially late in games?
Yeah, that's just something we got to be better as a team, knowing who's on the floor, what we trying to take advantage of, and, how to put guys in the best position, for them to be the best version of themselves. And then that's something that we just continually talk about, from game to game after we watch film.
Gary?
Jayson, the narrative shift after every game, and now it's you guys blew it. Golden State's going to close it out. They got championship medal. How do you kind of understand, obviously, that it's 2-2 and you guys still have a chance, but also kind of take seriously that the stretches in the fourth quarter and the games that you guys have messed up that really can't happen anymore?
Yeah, it was a tough loss, and we understand that. And I think, we've been here before. It's the third time in a row. I feel like we've been here. So we know what it takes. We know what we have to do, and attention to detail and things like that. And I'm confident. I've been all playoffs, confident in the fact that we'll respond and play better, for the majority of the game tomorrow.
Jayson, Cam Inman, San Jose Mercury News. Like you said, you've been here in this building before. How would you describe just the atmosphere of playing here, and how might that impact Game 5?
They got a great crowd, great fan base. Obviously, they've been in this position many a times in the championship, in the finals, as of the last 6-7 years. But it's basketball. I feel like for whatever reason we played somewhat better on the road this playoffs than we have at home.
Dominic, towards the middle.
Jayson, Davide Candidato with Gazzetta in Italy. As you said, you guys have been able to respond to a loss with a win in this playoffs. How much is this mental and how much are adjustments to the opponent you guys are facing?
Yeah, it's very mental. And I think just, like I said, just the attention to detail, and making the adjustments in game, just having awareness, and not let things snowball, and not necessarily let it, make the adjustments for next game, after we lose, that we can be better at, making adjustments and figuring things out from quarter to quarter, and things like that. But it's a big test for us tomorrow. It's like a new series, best of 3. Excited for the challenge.
Ron, over here.
Jason, Ron Krychek from the San Francisco Chronicle. What have you learned playing against Curry these last 4 games? And you only face him twice a year. You obviously, everybody knows his shooting range, but what maybe nuances have you learned in the challenge to stop him, and what more can you guys do tomorrow night?
Everybody knows he's a great player, right? One of the greatest, and he's doing what he has to do to, put his team in the best position to win. There's no secret. I knew he was a great player before the series, and after Game 4, I knew he was a great player as well.
Melissa Rowland, Fox Sports. Obviously, your first time in the NBA Finals. I'm curious, as this series has gone on, what's the biggest thing that you've learned about yourself and also about your team?
Honestly, I don't know if I've learned anything differently. Obviously, I know it's the finals, and we know it's at stake. But I think, being in it is hard to kind of process, it's different than if I was watching on TV and all the coverage and things like that. But from my point of view, we got a game tomorrow, and we got practice today, and we got shoot around in the morning to get ready for another game. So it's just trying to stay present and in the moment, and not, get worried or consumed, I guess, with everything surrounding the finals, and just trying to, win the next game.
Hello, Jason. I'm Deniz Aksoy from Esport TV Turkey. I would like to ask you, until now, until the game 5, what is the most remarkable moment that you will not forget when you look back?
In the finals? I would just probably say the first media day, the first game. You know, just the first of everything, I guess, because it's my first time in the finals. So I don't think I'll ever, you know, forget any of these moments, especially the first time that we came to practice and had open practice and things like that.
Jay, back right.
You haven't been shy throughout your career of sharing your ambitions of being one of the greats. Now in your first final, how much pressure do you put on yourself to kind of live up to that?
I guess the same amount of pressure I've always had. You know, it's not something that I like, you know, go to sleep thinking about, wake up. You know, obviously, you know, I want to win by any means necessary, and I'll do whatever it takes. And that's, you know, that's all that's really I care about right now is winning. You know, whether you win or you don't win, you know, you guys will debate rankings or, you know, where does that matter, you know, for your legacy and things like that. That's kind of not up to me. But, you know, in this moment, you know, just, I've said it, I feel like every day, just trying to do what I can, you know, to impact winning by all costs.
Last two, Brandon and then Gary.
Jason, Brandon Scoopy Robinson, Valley Sports. I talked to your dad this morning, and he talked about how he's kind of taking a hands-off approach and just critiquing your game during the finals. And I'm curious to know from your perspective, how encouraging overall has your family and your inner circle been during the finals, win or lose?
You know, like, you know, they've been very supportive, you know, throughout my career. And, you know, I know they're proud of me regardless, you know, and that's how it should be as family. You know, I don't think this is any different. Obviously, they're extremely happy for the position I'm in and my team. But, you know, they've always been super supportive. And, you know, that hasn't changed now.
Gary.
Jason, you said you were kind of maybe game 4, kind of searching for fouls and not getting them, and that may have been your lack of success at the rim. One, how do you get yourself going? You said you need to be better. How specifically do you need to be better? And how do you, like briefly said, not put too much pressure on yourself, because this could be a legacy defining game for you?
I think one thing I've noticed is, like, you know, playing on 2 feet a lot more. And, you know, like, you know, Coach said, playing off 1 feet and, you know, trying to look for fouls, you know, hasn't been as working in my favor as much. So, you know, I think playing off 2 feet, attacking angles instead of, you know, trying to initiate the contact and things like that. And it's just, you know, it's a game tomorrow. Looking forward to it. You know, it's 2-2, so not necessarily thinking about what it means for my career, you know, but just what it means for our team and, you know, what we're trying to accomplish right now.
Thanks, Jason. This is it for today. Thank you.